Hello, Professor Tara. Hello, it's me, Ari. Oh, sorry.
Hey, sweetheart, I'm about to start. I messaged you that I got you a coffee.
Oh.
I sent you a message that I got you a coffee.
I didn't see it, and this we got it earlier. I have to go to the bathroom.
Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. All righty. Oh, you can see me. Hello. This is what I was talking about. My cameras this morning, they didn't work. So we're just gonna, fix these things. I'm gonna fix these real quick. This way, nope, not that way. I'm a professional Zoom teacher, and there we go. Professional Zoom teacher, hello. All right, let's try that right there. I had many problems with my cameras this morning. They didn't want to work. I don't know why. I'm not happy, so. Can you guys hear me okay? Hello. Can you hear me all right? Hi, hi, hi. So we're not doing tacos that you can see in the background because I was spending so much time trying to fix my cameras. I could not fix my backgrounds. Very not happy about it, but it is what it is. Today we are doing the American breakfast platter. So let me get the PowerPoint started. 1 second, please. Nope. All right. High presenter view. There we go. Okay, so I'll get started on the PPT. All right, today we are doing the American breakfast platter. Now, the American breakfast platter it's very basic. You have your meats, you have your grains, you have your fruit, you have your sweet, and you just have a lot of food. All right, so the tools that we will need today, you need a stove or a hot plate because you are going to need a pan. You will need cutting tools and a board. So if you like scissors or a knife or whatever, that's your choice. We will need oil or butter and cups, bowls, and plates to put everything on the inside. So Young, how are you? I said your name. We can cut that out, edit out, but how you doing? Very simple tools. Yes, very simple. All right, our ingredients today with our meat. You can have any meat you want, really. In America, though, we prefer bacon and or breakfast sausage. It looks a little bit different from like a hot dog or Korean sausage. And we like eggs. But if you want chicken, you can have chicken or no meat, but some sort of protein. We need a protein of some kind. And then we have our grains and vegetables. You need bread. Some people like to have cereal with their breakfast. Definitely need potatoes, just regular brown potatoes, not sweet potatoes, onions, spices, and any other vegetable you want. You want spinach? Get spinach. You want tomatoes? Okay, tomatoes. You want bell pepper or paprika? Okay, up to you. And then for your liquids, for cooking, we need oil and butter. But for drinking, we need milk, juice, or coffee. Whatever you drink for your breakfast is your choice. Oh, and don't forget fruit too. You need some sort of fruit. Whatever fruit you want, apple, orange, pear, grapes, strawberries, blueberries, whatever fruit you want, get it. You'd like to add some fruits, there you go. All right, so when cooking the American breakfast platter, it is most important to start with the most time-consuming food first. All right, most American platters are full of very hot food and it'll get cold quickly. So you don't want to cook the quick things first. You want to cook the slow cooking things first. Most likely going to be our potatoes. So usually we cook potatoes first, then we move on to sausage and then bacon and then eggs because it goes from the slowest to the fastest. Now, instructions. There are no instructions. It is your breakfast. You cook to your own taste, but a few notes. Potatoes need to be soft. No one likes an uncooked potato. How soft you want your potatoes is up to you. And also the style of potatoes is up to you. I'll talk about that a little bit later. And then egg whites. Egg whites absolutely should be cooked. With an egg, you know the orange part, the yolk. The yolk doesn't have to be cooked all the way, but the egg white should be cooked as much as possible. If it's a little bit, just a tiny bit uncooked, that's fine, but you want it to be cooked as much as possible. Be careful with how much liquid you use in your cooking. If you make scrambled eggs, you should add a little bit of milk. But if you add too much milk, oh no, you're going to have very mushy, runny eggs and it's not good. I'm not making scrambled eggs today, so don't worry about it, but be careful. And then please, 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 as a caution, everything I'm making today, or almost everything, is going to be very, very hot. All right, so please, 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 please be careful. Alrighty, so that's it. That's it for that. Now, again, real quick as a note, I had trouble with my cameras this morning. So I need to fix my cameras when I am going on to the cooking. So as you can see, I am upside down. Oh no, what are you? Uh-oh, just 1 second, please. It said my my battery was getting low. Why aren't you? Uh-oh. 2 seconds, please. I'm so sorry about this. Excuse me. Alrighty, that's fixed. Whew. I did not plug in my laptop all the way. Oh, that was almost bad. Okay, here we go. Hi. Alrighty, so what I have with me today, we're gonna start with potatoes. My rule for potatoes is 1 potato per person. Hello again, hi. Sorry, I don't know what I have been setting up. I started setting up my everything at like 9:30. So, and I've had trouble since 9:30. So I'm very sorry. As you can see, my Halloween decoration is still up. But anyways, 1 potato per person. So if you're cooking for your family, 1 person per potato. I'm cooking for me and my husband. So we're gonna do it that way. I'm gonna go ahead and aim the camera down. I'm gonna go ahead and just 1 second. I'm gonna move that there so it looks more full. There we go. Okay, we're good. We okay? All right. So the first thing with potatoes, if you want, you can peel. I am not going to peel. All right. I'm going to keep the skin on because I like the texture. I like it adds extra chew and extra everything. So, but I'm going to cube. I'm going to cube the potatoes pretty small because they are all going to cook together. They're all going to cook together, and the smaller you do it, the more evenly they will all cook and faster. Now, for a breakfast potato, there are several different ways to make the potatoes. You guys know hash browns, 2 potatoes, 3. Okay. There are hash browns, which you will actually grate and make into teeny tiny pieces. What I'm making is called country potatoes, where you cube them and then put a lot of spices and you eat them that way. So right now they kind of look like a French fry. They are not French fries. And then now I'm going to make my little cubes. And you want them to be as even as possible. If you get any big pieces, cut it in half. Not a big deal. So real quick. Yeah, very small, very tiny cubed. You love hash brown? Oh, I love hash browns. McDonald's hash browns are the best. There's nothing like a McDonald's hash brown. But yeah, I'm just slicing one way and then slicing another way. And then I'm gonna slice one more time. Oh, I made these a little bit small, but you know what? It's one of those things. If you were my last cooking class, you do this with your heart. But if you need to, you can absolutely use one of your other potatoes as a guide, which I can show you what to do, how to do that right now. So I'm going to take a potato. I'm going to take a sliced cube. All right. And then I'm going to line it up with my potato that I'm cutting. And then bam, now it is the same size. Oh my gosh, look at that. Tricks, the magic. And then I'm going to use my cube, what's it called? How would you word this? My guiding potato to go this way. And then bam. And then you can use the potatoes that stick on your knife. Those become your new guide as you slice through. Now these ones, if you look at my guide and you look at this new one I just cut, it is way too big. Is it okay if you use sweet potato instead of regular potatoes? No, absolutely not. I'm going to cut these ones in half. Just because with regular potatoes, you get a lot of savory and a lot of salty. With sweet potatoes, you get a lot of sweet, and it's just a different texture. It's a different feeling, and we're trying to stay in the salty realm. Now, if you personally want to do it, okay, fine. That's your choice. You know, you live your best life. If your best life is sweet potatoes, you do what you want. Again, it's breakfast. You feel that with your heart. Me, I would never do sweet potatoes, which in the next cooking class in a couple weeks will be the Thanksgiving cooking class, and I will teach you how to make sweet potato casserole. Everybody else who's watching, what's your favorite way to eat potatoes? What is your favorite way? Now, are these going to be perfect cubes? No. Are they all going to be 100% even? No, but close enough. What about you guys? What's your favorite way to eat potatoes? All right, moving on to my second one. Sticky. My favorite way is actually hash browns as well. But for this breakfast platter, I wanted to make things that you might not necessarily see at like a brunch restaurant, or getting a brunch plate here in Korea. Oh, and the number one thing, the biggest difference between the American breakfast plates you get here in Korea and America, no salad. None. No. Not allowed. No salad allowed. Why? Because potato. I'm just kidding. No, we like to cook our vegetables for breakfast, and having a fresh salad that's not cooked is very weird. Boiled potato with mayo and ooh, Yeti, that's a good choice. That sounds amazing. But yeah, in America, we like to cook our vegetables. So having a fresh salad is really strange. And I remember getting my first brunch plate and seeing the salad and being like, why? Why is this here? I've eaten that one in Russia. Ooh, is that where you found it? I've never heard of that before. That's amazing. But American breakfast platters, they're so diverse. You can have whatever you want. With the grain today, I'm going to be using sliced bread. But if you want a waffle, get a waffle. If you want a pancake, get a pancake. If you want just cereal, get cereal. But the most important thing is we like to have a lot of bread with our breakfast. And just a lot of carbs. We like a lot of carbohydrates. That's for sure. But because it's the breakfast and it's the start of your day, you do what you want. You do what feels right for you. Everybody who's watching, what is your favorite breakfast food? That you, whether it's a Korean breakfast food or an American or another country, what is your favorite breakfast food? Toast would be the simplest bread. It is the simplest. Okay, now this is going to be the loud part, and I apologize. I am going to move my camera a little bit. Focus. There we go. And I'm gonna start cooking my potatoes. Now, I gotta get this hot first. I got a little pan here. In my instructions, you should get a lid. We're gonna use the lid later. The most important part, there we go. The most important part for potatoes is you gotta let it cook. All right, everybody wants to mix and mix and mix potatoes, but just let it cook. Speaking of that, let me get my oil. Now I'm just using a regular, I think this is canola or sunflower oil. You want to use an oil that has a high burn temperature. Oil or olive oil burns at a low temperature. So you don't want to do a lot of hot, you actually shouldn't do a lot of hot cooking with olive oil, unless it's something that can be cooked at a low heat, like eggs. Eggs can be cooked at a low heat. You can use olive oil. But like potatoes, you need a higher heat. So you don't want to use olive oil because it'll start burning. How are we doing? Are we okay? Any questions so far? I'm not touching the pan. My hand is above it because I'm feeling how hot it is. You should buy some sunflower oil. That's pretty good. I guess that coconut oil is also, well, you want to be careful. There is a type of oil. They had it at eMart Traders. I don't know if they still have, but this is called MCT oil. It's coconut oil, but it has no coconut flavor. It has no flavor at all, and it has a high burn temperature. So this is a really safe oil to use for just about everything. Butter can also be used. The only thing with butter is that butter can burn pretty quickly, so you want to watch out for that. All right, that's hot. Get my oil. I'm going to do probably about 2 or 3 spoons, just because I want the potato to absorb the oil. All right, absorb. All right, I'm gonna move the oil around. Make sure it's nice and hot. All right, you might hear some sizzle. Not yet. That wasn't the sizzle I thought. Now we are not going to season these quite yet. But like I said before, with potatoes, you want to let them cook. Do this a little bit more. You can see. There we go. All right, and you want it to be in as even as a layer as possible. Now make sure you have some sort of like rubber spatula because it's so hot. Like I said, I'm gonna squish this down. Now with these potatoes, if you wanted to add onion, this is when you would add onion. The camera angle's perfect there. You would add onion here. If you want to add spinach, not now, you do that later. If you want to add tomatoes, totally cool, not now. If you want to do bell pepper, paprika, you can do that now. Like I said, with American breakfast and the platters and what you want, you can do whatever. It's your choice. but do keep a watch, make sure nothing burns. And you kind of want to find your biggest piece, which I found. You're gonna get your biggest piece and have a fork ready. Or a chopstick. And towards the end of cooking, that is the piece you're going to stab to make sure it is soft. All right, I'm gonna let that cook for a little bit. Now, for the eggs today, I'm going to teach you a different way of making eggs and toast. Seems like every ingredient has its order. Absolutely. Oh yes, well, spinach will cook like that. Spinach will cook in 30 seconds. If you put it in now, it's gonna get mushy and wilty and ugh, it's gonna be gross. And it'll burn. You don't want it to burn. But with paprika, with bell pepper, it cooks slower because it's thicker. Same with onion, same with garlic. You can cook it a little bit slower. All right, now we're not gonna do the eggs next. We're gonna do the eggs last. I guess we could do the eggs next because we have to do sausage first because sausage will be slower. And then we can do the eggs and then we can do bacon because bacon will be real fast. All right, let's see. Now with the trick with potatoes is you want to cook it till it's brown. All right, it's not brown yet. I can go ahead and up. I can up that and make sure the oil is getting everywhere. Okay, but I'm going to start with showing you what I want to do with the toast. I'm going to make something called an egg in a nest. Now, if you know the nest, the egg, when a bird has an egg, the egg goes into the nest. We're going to make one. You're going to get your piece of bread and you're going to tear a hole in the middle. How big of a hole? Enough to hold the yellow part. That's it. And then when this is done, nest, like a bird nest. Like it holds the baby birds. I don't know the word in Korean. Yeah. I don't know the whole in Korean. This bread, they're just eat it. There's nothing for it. But what's going to happen is I'm going to put this here, none of the potatoes later. I'll put this here and put the egg in the middle. And it's going to be a egg toast. And it's going to be really good. Kumur? Oh, kumur. Yeah, a nest. Gotcha. Okay. I'm going to be safe and not use my fingers. See if it's brown. Almost. Make sure to check other places. So I just saw on this side, it's brown, but this side it's not. So I'm going to move it around a little bit. But this is what I mean. You see how it's just, come on, just a little bit brown on the bottom? That is what you want. And that's how you know they are ready to be flipped. And also what's great about potatoes, when you cook them, as they cook, they change color. So, like if you see in the middle here, it's coming a little bit more translucent. I think will this be a better? Yeah, but they're not as white. Here's a perfect example. So here, it's okay, it's not hot anymore. But here is a perfect example. You can see where the potato is cooked on this side. This side, no. On this side, and where it's not cooked on this side. So when you see it's translucent all the way through, that means it's going to be nice and soft. Not super soft, but a little bit soft. All right, it's time to flip these all over. I'm going to be like a chef and just bam. Look at that color. I'm trying to heat a little bit. And then we're gonna work again, make it nice and flat. Please do your best to get all the brown sides off the bottom because that side will burn. All right, so we're gonna do our best to make sure that no brown side is on the bottom. And if it does burn a little bit, it's okay because you want those crispy sides. Oh, 둥지? 둥지. All right. Hello to everyone who's just joining. I'm making some country potatoes. But yeah, once you see that there's no more clear white or there's no more white on the potatoes, you can start adding your seasonings. Now for potatoes, the most important part of country potatoes is you need a little bit of spice. So there are two ways to do that. You can add chili powder or paprika. Nope, come on, there you go. That's fine. Chili powder or paprika or cayenne. Cayenne pepper is also really spicy. I have a friend who works on a farm and he grows really spicy peppers. So he dried the peppers and created his own spicy blend of seasoning. And this one is called Lucky Ashes. Any seasoning you want, but it's going to be salty, no sugar. Okay, no sugar at all. It is going to be salty. All right. This blend that my friend made it's a bit spicy, so I'm not going to add too much. But you want cayenne or paprika or chili powder, salt, pepper, oregano, rosemary, gochugaru, whatever you want. Oh, it smells amazing already. And again, with potatoes, you can add in onion, garlic, tomatoes. All right, I'm gonna go ahead. Now that everything is pretty much cooked through, I'm not gonna let them cook for as long on the other sides. Oh no, oh no. Man down. Oh no. Oh my gosh, that's really yummy. Or you know, if you don't want to do anything fancy, salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. My friend, she likes to add turmeric. I would like to add cheddar cheese. The only issue with that is a lot of Korean cheddar cheese seasoning is sweet. Don't do it. Now cheese, on the other hand, absolutely 100% totally okay. All right, now it's time to try another one. Let's see how crunchy it is. See how crunchy. I'm gonna try not a small piece, but a bigger piece. Okay, that's perfect. I like my country potatoes with just a teeny tiny bit of crunch. You don't want it like mashed potatoes soft. All right, so that's done. That's next. It looks appetizing. Thank you. I'm trying my best. Now, if you want to put cheese, which that's a really great idea, I'm actually going to do that. Potato. Come on. Come on, little one. Ooh. Nope, it's not coming out. That's okay. Here we go. Nope. Go. All right. I'm gonna put cheese on right now. I got this cheese from Emart. I like it. It's Mexican style cheese. You're right here. Mexican style cheese. I really like it. Smoked paprika seasoning. Oh yeah. 100%. I'm gonna put cheese on this right now. Now, I didn't put it in the kneaded things, but because this is hot and you want it to stay hot, I'm gonna go put this in my microwave, but not turn it on. Because if I keep it in the open, all the air and everything is just gonna cool it off. So I'm gonna put this in my microwave to stay warm. And then when it's time to eat, I'll turn on the microwave for 30 seconds and be good to go. All right, our next thing is sausage. Now, this is American Jimmy Dean breakfast sausage. It is very different from like a hot dog or the Vienna sausages because it is made with ground pork and it has special spices for breakfast. They used to sell this at E-Mart Traders. They no longer sell it at E-Mart Traders, which makes me very sad. But Jimmy Dean, Jimmydean. If you don't have access to Jimmy Dean, totally fine. Use Vienna sausage, use a regular sausage, or just any meat. You don't want sausage, you want chicken, use chicken. You want to make your own sausage with beef or pork, go ahead, do it. There are very many recipes online to make your own American style breakfast sausage. The only thing though, is with Jimmy Dean, it is salty. Ooh, it is salty. But what's great about these is that they are pre-cooked. So I literally only have to cook them until they're hot all the way through. So that is the nice thing. What kind of meat do you guys like for breakfast? What do you guys like to eat? In America, we like sausage, we like bacon, of course, bacon. And we like, sometimes we'll have chicken, not really, but we definitely eat a lot of eggs. I'm trying to think. I think that's about it. So it's usually bacon. Yeah, it's usually bacon, it's usually sausage. What else? That's about it. For those of you who weren't here from the beginning, I had a bunch of technical difficulties with my cameras. So if you see the tacos that are down there, that is from my last cooking class. I had no time and I didn't even think about the background. So we're not making tacos, we're making breakfast. All right, and then at E-Mart Traders, you guys, this is so exciting. They have Oscar Mayer American style bacon. This is my favorite brand. It's my favorite thickness. It's just my favorite. There's a 2-pack at E-Mart Traders right now for 16,000 won or man 6,000 won. And then when the sausages are browned, as you can see, when they're browned, just flip them. The thing with sausages is you want brown on all sides. You want it to be brown on all sides. Chicken breasts for dieters, yeah. Or even then, like something that's not in Korea that should be is ground chicken. So we have ground beef, ground pork, but not ground chicken, where you can make your own chicken breakfast sausage. It's very easy to do. It's not hard. But yeah, so I'm cooking the sausage. Again, this is pre-cooked, so it doesn't need long. I do suggest though that usually you get these frozen. I highly suggest getting the pack and putting it in the refrigerator overnight so that it can thaw out. When you get these from E-Mart Traders, they're already thawed. They're already like this. All right, they're not frozen. So just put in your fridge. Whatever you don't use, put it in the freezer. Do not let this sit in your fridge for like a month. All right. Put it in your freezer, whatever you don't use. It's just me and my husband. So I'm definitely not using all of this. I will be using about a quarter of this. So the rest we don't use, I'm just gonna put in my freezer, my 냉동고. All right, as you can see, it's almost, be careful. Once it gets hot all the way through, it's going to cook fast. So you definitely don't want burned. Burned sausage is just about the worst. Anyways, how is everybody today? How's everybody's weekend going? I hope you're all doing well. The holiday, it's, you know, as you guys know, it's the American holiday season now. We had Halloween a couple weekends ago, as you know, as you all know, unfortunately. And then we have American Thanksgiving in a couple of weeks, which I will be making a sweet potato casserole for you guys as our cooking class for Thanksgiving. And then it's Christmas time. Ooh. And then it's Christmas time, and I'm so excited for Christmas. So, what kind of celebrations are you guys looking forward to? Are you guys looking forward to New Year? All right. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to press on the middle. If you can see it fold in half, that means it is not frozen anymore. Or if you can just cut. If you can cut all the way through, it is not frozen anymore, and you are good to go. Okay, those are good. I need another plate. Now, the thing with bacon and sausage is they are greasy. They are very, very greasy. So we need paper towels, which I don't have. So we're just going to deal with the grease. I don't know why I don't have paper towels. I usually have so many paper towels, but today I guess I don't. All right, now it is bacon time. A trick with bacon is 1, low heat. You want low heat. We'll cool this off a little bit. Now the grease, those are welcome. They're not burnt either. I have a lot of grease from the sausage, from the oil, from cooking the potatoes. I don't need any more. So with this, with bacon, if you want, you can cut straight in half and make smaller pieces. If you have a bigger family, or if you're cooking for more people, cut it in half. Make your life easy. Now, if you've never cooked bacon before, get ready for the pop, 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 pop. Please wear clothes. Please wear an apron. Protect your body, all right? So I'm using scissors, and I'm literally just cutting the entire pack in half. All right. And my hands are clean, so I'm going to use my hands and just, you hear that sizzle? Yeah. And it's popping. I'm going to make just 2 pieces for me and my husband each. Now, in the American breakfast platter, we like to have 2 meats. You do not have to. If you don't want to have 2 meats, you only want sausage, okay, just have sausage. All right, I'm gonna go wash my hands. I'll be right back. Please, 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 as a reminder, if you ever touch raw, uncooked meat, you must wash your hands afterwards. Please, please, please. Now, in America, for bacon, Everybody is different in what they like. Some people don't like crunchy bacon. That's okay. Some people want this bacon to be almost burnt. They want it so crunchy the neighbors can hear you eat. Your choice. My family likes a low temperature and cook it slowly. They cook it really slowly so that it keeps the thickness. They want, as bacon cooks, ooh, you see that popping. Popping. As bacon cooks, the fat comes off and they become thinner. My family doesn't like that. They want very thick bacon. Now, as you can see, this is curling. How do we stop it from curling? Our tongs. Our tongs and our spatula to just cook straight. Keep it cooked nice and straight. Bam. I'm gonna do that. And this is why having a rubber spatula is important, because if you have a plastic spatula, it will melt. Because this stuff is hot. Hot. Now what it's doing, the pop, that it's doing it, we call that a splatter. The bacon is or the oil, the fat is splattering. You have to be careful. You have to be gentle. Please protect yourself from the splatter. Please wear an apron or gloves or clothes. I'm pretty used to it. I'm pretty okay with the splatter, unless it splatters onto my face. Then it's not fun. Okay, we have time. All right, so I'm gonna hold these down while these cook. Now for me, my personal preference with bacon is I like it a little bit softer, but I like a little bit of crunch. But for me, if there's too much crunch, I feel like it takes away from the bacon, the flavor. Because all year of this, like, it's just crunch. How do you guys, oh, I'm sorry if I'm speaking too loud. How do you guys like your bacon? Do you like it super crunchy and brown, or do you like it a bit more soft and not so crunchy? I'm gonna up the temperature a little bit. Not too crunchy? Me too. Me too. So the trick with bacon is, as you can see, it's pink. You want to get the light pink into a dark pink color. All right, once it's pretty dark pink and then it starts turning brown, when it starts turning brown, that's when the crunchiness happens. That's when the magic happens. This one is not cooked yet. But make sure there are no light pink sides. So this right here, this bacon is perfect for me. The sides are cooked. It's got a little bit of brown in the fat. This is perfect for me. This is not perfect for my husband. My husband likes it crunchy. So I'm going to cook this one a little bit more. These ones, going to flip it over one more time. Make sure any uncooked parts have touched the oil. Now, if you need to, like here, this bacon on the end, it's still a little pink. So I'm just going to hold that light pink side in the oil. Just going to hold it, make sure it cooks. And it's all right. It's all right if it's not pretty. It's all right if it's not straight. You can always cook it a little bit longer. All right. Oh, it smells so good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take mine off. And then I'm gonna cook my husband's a little bit longer. Now, usually, like I said, we would put some paper towels, or in Korean, you say kitchen towels, down so that they can absorb the grease. Because in America, we don't like so much grease. All right, this one looks just about perfect for my husband. That's his. His can be separated. I'm gonna up the heat so it'll cook a little bit faster. And then we're gonna do the last part, the eggs. And if you weren't here before, I'm making something called an eggs in a nest. So while that cooks, I'm gonna get my other bread prepared. So an egg in a nest, which Yeti, what is nest in Korean? One more time. You're gonna get a slice of bread. It's going to be your nest. Thank you. It's going to be your nest. You're gonna make a hole in the middle, just a round hole, big enough for the yellow yolk of your egg. Ta-da. This part right here, you know what? I want a little bit of bacon grease. A little bit of bacon grease. You do nothing with it. Okay. This is almost done. It's smoking a little bit. I'm gonna open up my window. All right. That is done. It's egg time. All right, what I'm gonna do first. I got my nest. I'm gonna put it in the oil and I'm gonna toast it on one side and then toast it on the other to absorb some of that oil. And then we're gonna get our egg and just put it right, oh, not the shell, put it right in the middle. Ta-da, egg in a nest. That's what it is. That's what it is. And then you just let it cook. You let it cook until you see all the white. When you see all the white is cooked on the bottom, then you can flip it over. But I'm gonna up the heat just a little bit. So I want it to cook a little bit faster because we're running out of time. Any questions? Because we are almost done. While that cooks, I'm gonna get my fruit. All right, and then I'm gonna wash my hands really quick. Now, in the American breakfast platter, we like having sweet. We usually like to have waffles or pancakes or cereal or something bready and something sweet. If you're not gonna have something bready and sweet, you can get a piece of fruit, banana, strawberry, blueberry. You love sunny side up? Me too. That's my favorite. This is just about cooked. Bam, look at that toast. Look at that color. Now, what I have here, these are American pears that I got from my friend in the military. They have it on the military base, but you want Korean pear, strawberry, banana, blueberry, whatever you want. It's fine. These kind of look a little weird. They are a little old, but they're perfect right now. And then you just slice this up and it goes on your plate. We're running out of time, so I'm gonna make you a breakfast platter. Alrighty. For a breakfast platter, you have your sausage. You have your bacon. I'm getting my soft bacon. I'm gonna get my fruit that I got here. Usually you cut this up. We don't have time to cut it up. How's this doing? Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Now this is one of those times, how do you know the white is cooked? You guess. You put that on. Get my potatoes. As you can see, the cheese melted. Where do I put everything? The cheese has melted. Get your fruit, any fruit, doesn't have to be pear. Sausage, potatoes, eggs, bacon, and bread of some kind. Bam. And then your drink. You can have milk, you can have juice, you can have anything you want. I like coffee. And that's it. This is the American breakfast platter. Please pretend the pear is cooked. Ooh, and you know what we need on our eggs? You know what we need on our eggs? Cheese. We need some cheese. Done. As you can see, no salad. No salad in sight. You like and milk tea? Do it. Go for it. You do this with your heart. And this is the American breakfast. I'm going to take the pear off. It's ugly. The American breakfast platter. All righty. You guys. Ah! What in the? Stop it. Stop it. Anyway. Okay. Let's go there. I don't know what happened. The PPT was supposed to say happy eating. Anyways, you guys, happy eating. Enjoy. Oh, and definitely ketchup. Ketchup. And if it was waffles and pancakes, it would be maple syrup and butter. But enjoy. Goodbye. Have fun in your next class. Thanks, everyone. Goodbye. Have fun in your next class. Thanks for joining me today. Have a wonderful weekend. Goodbye, goodbye. See you next time. Bacon. Goodbye, goodbye. Alrighty, Yeti, I'm out of here. Thank you so much for being here. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.